All good? From Punisher. That's good. Punisher or Punisher? Whom you'll punish, right? Don't punish yourself. Okay. I think yesterday I was talking about what? Huh? We are talking about profiles. We have seen how to use single YML file, not single YML file, multiple YML files we have. What is not there in property file? What is there in YML file with respect to profiles? For multiple profiles, you need to take multiple property file. But when it comes to YML, we have an option of taking multiple YML file in a single YML file, which is application.yml. You can create profiles and we can also activate profiles. This is one feature which is really good in what? This is one feature which is really good when it comes to what? YML. Single YML is possible for multiple profiles. This is the really great feature to consider when it comes to what? YML. Super, guys. Okay, shall we see that? Okay, I think this is your Eclipse ID or this is your ID? Second one or first one? Second one. Five one five here. 515 here. That's great. These are the projects. Let me take the copy of the project. Copy this, paste it. That's a YML, that's fine. Copy this, paste it. IOC pros, how much? 11. MIDI project YML. Single YML file is the basics thing. Single YML file is the basic thing, guys. That's great. So we are dealing with a single YML file here, right? Okay. Yeah. But there is a small syntax to follow for that, guys. You cannot use anything of your choice. Okay. Yeah. Here is my resources folder. Single application.yml. There only we activate the profile. Here only we create the profiles. Here only we activate the profile. Here only we create the profile. So what is the one I am doing here? Activate profile. Here, what is the one we are doing, guys? Activate profile. That's great. Once we activate profile here, yes, boss. Application.dev.yml, guys. Right. But how to separate, guys? 3 symbols if we keep, that will become sub-document within the main document. It becomes automatically what? Sub-document within the main document, guys. So, but we'll keep syntax with us, guys. Here is my paint. File, open, class content, Spring, class content, Spring. Where is that? 717. What is that? 515 is batch code, right? 515. Okay, Spring Boot core. Yes, more on profiles using YML files. Let me increase the font. Let me increase the font. Working with a single YML file having multiple profiles. Having multiple profiles. Is there? Actually, it is there in the site. Don't confuse. Okay. See, guys, here we are activating profile. 1 minute. Here we are activating the profile, three hyphen symbols, then dev profile definition. So dev profile related information is kept na, then test profile information. So everything we are going to do in a single YML file. Okay, we don't waste time in typing, my dear. Okay, take this, copy this application.yml here. This, what is there, guys? Paste. This, what is there, guys? This. Yeah, but problem is this indentation problem is there. You just solve that problem. Application dot name. I think already application dot name is there at the top, my dear. Is it's a waste of time now, boss? Okay. These two are not required. Data source required, but remaining things are not required, right? So project number 11, guys. Okay. Where is this? Driver class name. What class name? Driver class. Next URL. Next is what? URL. Next username. Next password. Next type. Next type. But we have to link this entire information. We need to link this entire information. We have to link this entire information for a dev profile or not, guys? Definitely we need to link this entire information with what? Dev profile. Okay. Shall we see how to deal with the dev profile, guys? Okay. How to write dev profile? Spring colon config colon activate on profile. Okay. Here you have to write the dev. Spring is already there here, boss. Spring is already there here. Yeah. Tell me next one. Config colon activate. Config you have to type. Activate you have to type. On hyphen profile we have to type. What is there? Dev. So let me solve the indentation problem first. Activate this, on profile this. On profile this. Here is my config, here is my driver class name. Here is my config, here is my what? Driver class name. Okay, guys. Tell me here. This is the story. Why is not coming? Vivek, I think problem is your side. Am I audible, guys? Am I audible? Am I visible? All clear. Okay, that's good. Okay, now we are defining for this boss. Next, again, let me keep three hyphen symbols. Same thing I have to do for test profile now, my dear. Yes, same thing I have to do for test profile. Yeah, first let me set right this. Our spaces are very important, Rababu. Red color means code won't run. There's actually, when you paste spaces should come automatically, but somehow ID is having issue, guys. Ritik, after seeing me struggling clearing spaces, how can you ask spaces are mandatory or sir? If it is not mandatory, why I'm struggling here to remove the spaces? That's what I said. Common sense is the most important prerequisite. And moreover, it's indentation based content, right? Minimum one space, note to note in the next line. But I recommend to have three spaces. Please, you are not LKG, UKG students. You should bring some common sense into picture. Okay, Dev. Otherwise, why I will struggle to remove the lines, to remove the extra spaces? Okay, got it. Application.yml. Between Spring active data source. Spring, that's what I'm saying. Ritik, did you attend classes, all things? Next node, new node should be in the next line. That too having one minimum single space, right? What the hell you are asking, Rukit? It's been second class of YML and you are asking this. I have given clear-cut steps how to convert property file to YML file. Every node should come in the next line. Having single space is the minimum. But I recommend you to take how many spaces? Three spaces for better clarity, right? Muddy fellows. Missing classes and doing dances in the next class. How many times I said, if you miss the class, read the document and come. Okay. Data source is after Spring, guys. So they say same level nodes should be started same place or not, guys. This is my driver class. This is my URL. This is my username. This is my password. This is my type. This is my type. Spring colon config colon activate. That's right, na? Oh, same thing is coming. Type should be different, na? Password, I'll correct it. Type should be different. What is type, guys? Basic data source? No. Combo pooled data source we want to have. What is the one? Combo pooled C3P0. Copy this application.yml, say paste. Okay. Same thing else we have to do here. Three hyphen symbols. Spring colon config colon activate on profile. Spring colon config colon activate on profile, right? Super, guys. Tell me. Here is what? Activate. Here is my what? On profile. Here is my on profile. Next one. UAT is the one thing we have to place. UAT is the another thing. Okay, let me delete test.yml. Now that is not required. Now go to UAT.yml. In this UAT.yml, copy from data source onwards. Copy from data source onwards. Say paste. Okay, we have to match the things nicely here. Okay, data source should be there, but it is not taking spaces properly. Make sure that spaces are taken. This is Spring, guys. Here is my what? Driver class name. This is my URL. This is my URL. This is my username. Yes. This is my password. This is my type. This is my type. That's it. Spring colon config colon activate colon on profile UAT. What is there? On profile UAT. Okay. Three spaces. Yeah. Tell me here. What is there? Colon activate. What is this? On profile. What is there, guys? On profile. What is this, guys? So it will take what? Hikari data source as the default data source or not, guys? Yes, boss. Say paste. Yeah. Set right the indentation, boss, as usually. I think everyone knows tomorrow's plan, guys. Tomorrow, 5:30 p.m. Sunday, 7:15 a.m. You'll be having what session? Online session. Topic is on what, guys? Spring Boot profiles. Did I share the common topics meeting ID? Shared. Okay. Done here. Here is my what? Username here. That's it. Here is my password. Common topics Saturday and Sunday. Raka Kumar common topics meeting ID is there in the Google Drive in a section called uh, common videos, in a folder called common videos. Okay, today I will show once again, don't worry. Yes, here we are activating profile. We are writing, what is there? For dev profile. This is for what? Dev profile. This is for dev profile. Yes, array, this three hyphen symbol acting as a partition. Yeah, this is for test profile. We can still write the comment. Within the document, multiple sub-documents are there. We have to give credit to hyphen symbol, guys. Next, hash symbol for, what is this? UAT profile. UAT profile. Next, for, tell me, prod profile. What's the beauty of this discussion? Everything we are trying to do with a single one. Everything we are trying to do with what? Single one. Why yellow color messages are there? Why yellow color? Because both are at same level. That's the bad designing. URL, username. Okay. UAT profile, some indentation is required and we are doing the indentation. Okay. Okay. All are in same level, right? Same level nodes should be started at same level. Perfect. Done. Okay. No need of this YML file. No need of this. No need of this. Okay. Here is my application.yml or not, guys. Array, what happened to this? Why some, okay, some numbers. When I press enter key, something is missing. Fine. We all set, guys. Remaining things you need not to touch, but we are able to manage with a single one na? Okay, before running the application, let me say one thing, guys. In version to version, how to define profile name in single YML file changes. Okay. How many ways are there? That's fine. Yeah. To create each profile in YML file, use Spring colon profiles key in old version 1.x, 2.x. Okay, in new versions, Spring colon config colon activate colon on profile in Spring Boot 3.x. Right now we are in 3.x now. We are taking the support of this particular key. In old versions, other keys are there, especially in single YML file, guys. In single YML file, because remaining file based on the file name, profile name is decided. But in this setup, single YML file, na, you have to define profile name before putting the content. Okay, right now, what is the active profile I have taken, guys? Test, you have taken a test. Test means what? C3P0 MySQL database. Let's see whether it is working or not. Right click, run as Java application. Okay, MySQL DAO is created. What is the active profile here, guys? Test is the active profile. What is the active profile, guys? Test is the active profile. Current designation is what? Clerk. Salary is 90,000. Department number is 10. Designation 1 clerk. Manager. What is there? Salesman. Okay, guys. What is the data source that is in active mode, guys? Combo pulled data source. That means it's working now. Though we have taken single YML file, things are working or not, guys. Let me activate the prod profile now. What profile? Prod. Right click, tell me. Run as Java application. Run as what? Java application. Name, what is this? Rajesh. Designation is clerk. Salary is 8,910. What is enter designation 1? Clerk. What is next one? Manager. Designation 3? Salesman. Yes, we are getting required output or not, guys. Hikari data source is coming and it is talking to Oracle database software nicely. It is simply literally talking to whom, guys? Oracle database software nicely or not, my dear? That's really great, boss. That's really, really great. Okay. This is about dealing with a single YML file. Okay, that's fine. How many ways are there to activate profiles in Spring Boot application? Using application.properties or YML, using system properties, and using programmatic approach. Both the second and third practice are bad practices or not, guys. In Spring application class, you have to prefer the profile name. But when you want to change one profile to another profile, you have to modify the source code. Spring application class means main class, boss. Modifying source code is a bad practice or not, guys? Okay, only for knowledge sake, I have kept the sample code. You practice. Best practice is working with property file or what? YML file. Check it out here, how to do that. You have to create Spring application class object manually. Come on. New operator. Then you have to call set additional profiles UAT. Then you have to get the container and you have to write all this. When you want to change UAT to prod, again you have to modify the code or not, guys. It's a good practice or bad practice? Okay, that's why leave it. Leave it. Don't worry about it. Okay, guys. If we activate 3 different profiles using 3 different approaches, can you tell me which approach specified profile will be activated, right? It will activate multiple beans by creating multiple profiles that are specified in different approaches, activated profile. So mismatching of profiles takes place. Possibility of getting what? Ambiguity problem is there. So use a single approach at a time to activate the profile. If three approaches are used together. Generally, we don't run same copy of project. Same copy of project in different profiles simultaneously. But we can run different copies of same project on different profiles at a time. So by taking those copies of the project in different mission, or every mission, one setup, activating one profile. So is there any question of activating multiple profiles at a time, guys? So that's why activating multiple profiles at a time is meaningless. It's always better to activate what? One profile at a time. That too in real practices, what happened? In cloud, 4 virtual machines will be taken for pro profiles. Okay. For first mission project always runs in dev profile. Second virtual mission project always runs in test profile. There is no question of one project, one copy of the project running in what? Multiple profile. If at all you do, there is a chance of getting ambiguity problem. That's your choice, guys. They ask you to choose one profile at a time. You are choosing multiple profile. Definitely what? Ambiguity problem may rise or not, guys. Definitely ambiguity problem may rise or not, guys. Come on. If target spring bean is having multiple possible dependent spring bean, then how can we specify specific dependent spring bean without touching the Java source code of the project or what application? Without touching the Java source code of the project or what application? Using spring bean alias concept, nothing but alias tag, na boss? Alias tag. Plus spring bean configuration file plus properties file or what? YML file. In Spring Boot, 100% code given approach also need to use what? XML file support. It's a bad approach or not, guys? What's a good approach, guys? Using Spring or Spring Boot profiles concept. Take the support of profiles, there it will work. Okay, with this, level 1 discussion of Spring Boot profile is over. It's a basic information. But next, what I am going to teach is little confusing and depth discussion. I want you people to give your 100% brain in the classroom. Online students, are you active? Because problem is there. These are tricky questions, guys. Default profile, fallback profile, child profile. All looks similar but not same. All looks similar but not same. This is bit depth and tricky question area. I want you people to put extra efforts to understand this. Okay, before that, let me ask one question, guys. The question is, especially online student, to check whether you are active or not. What is 64 plus 78? 64 plus 78. What is 64 plus 78? That's great. Yeah. Array, you don't receive, right? It is there in what? Google Drive. You have to collect from Google Drive. That is not for 7. Sunday class, tomorrow class also same link. At the time of uploading today's material, I will show where is that common link, right? Mahan Purushra Babu, missing classes and doing dances. Who asked to miss yesterday's class and who asked to expect link? Link is there in Google Drive already in a section called common topic videos or common videos. If you open that document, you will see it. Fine, leave it guys. If there is no matching property file or YML file for the specified active profile, then it takes application.property file as what? Default fallback profile file. Default fallback profile file. 1 minute, guys. I can test through YML also, but since YML is bit sensitive, my dear, so what I do is YML is space sensitive, right? I don't want to take a risk there. I'm going to this. Okay, through property file only, I will try to check. Here, what is this? Child. Okay, default child and fallback profiles. Profiles. Say okay. Yeah. Where is the number, guys? Same number as comma. Let me change the number to, what's the number? 12. Let me change the number to 12. Resources. Okay, fine. Okay, don't change everywhere. Just change in the main class. 12. Say next. Say next. Say finish. Next one is what? Service. Employee management service. Employee management service IMPL. Okay, now listen. First, I'll show the problem part, guys. Go to this. I'm going to application.properties. Okay, here. Okay, if you don't change, also not a problem. I'm giving that staging profile. In my project, staging profile is there? Not, not there. Okay. Staging profile is there or not there? Definitely, staging profile is not there. It looks for entries in application.properties. They are also not there. Driver class details are there in application.properties. Not there. You will get error. Okay. Run as Java application. Error is expected and we are going to get the error. Fine. Okay. Now, staging profile is not there. Then it looks for those entries here. Staging also, I want to use MySQL only, boss. Okay. I do one thing. Go to dev.properties. Whatever entries are there for dev.properties, I'll try to put in what? Whatever entries are there in dev.properties, I'll try to put in what? Application.properties. Application.properties. Where is this? Data source configuration. What is that, guys? Data source configuration. Simply, literally, what is that, guys? Data source configuration. Okay, that's good. Okay, guys, that's good. So now it looks for application.property. For that, it will pick up, guys. Super. But did I keep any Spring Bean, DAO class Spring Bean in staging profile? No. So now I will, first problem is solved, guys. Now second problem is raised. Check it out. Data source part is okay, but DAO, is there any staging profile DAO, guys? So that's why what I do is I'll go to DAO, guys. I will go to DAO, MySQL DAO. Along with the test, let me write what is there? Staging. Along with the test, let me write staging. So right now our target is not on DAO class. In property file, profile specific property file is not there. Whether it is collecting information from application dot properties or not, by making it as what? Default profile file. What is there? Default profile file. Let me check, guys. Run as Java application. Enter name Karan. Designation clerk. Salary 90,000. Department 10. Designation clerk. What is there? Manager. Salesman. Output is here. Check it out, guys. Check it out. Check it out. Basic data source. What data source, guys? Yeah, that means it is collecting information from application.properties or not, guys. So that means application.property file is acting as a default profile or not, guys. Okay, check it out here. While taking application.property file as fallback profile, having fallback profile information, instead of, 1 minute, this is a fallback, default fallback profile, you understood? Okay, now I am introducing what? Child profile or profiles include. What is child profile or profiles include? While taking application.property file as fallback having fallback profile information, instead of writing repeated keys and values in application.properties, which are already there in other profile specific property file, we can include that profile name in application.properties as shown below. Check it out. This is staging. Staging related property file is there or not there. So what is the one I am doing? Spring.profiles.include prod. If I assume, okay, staging related information is there in prod, okay, you can mention prod profile. If staging related information is there in dev, you can include dev or not, guys. This inclusion makes application.properties related fallback profile as what? Child profile for prod profile. Our application.prod content is there, na, that become child profile for prod profile or not, guys. Okay. You don't, we don't have application hyphen staging dot property file. So it will take application dot property file as fallback file. But in that file, we are not having keys and values directly. Rather, we are getting them by including what? Another profile prod. These are the things, same as previous application. Note, we can include other profiles info only in what? Application.properties or YML. That means not possible in specific profile property file or YML file, like application.uat or in profile specific property file. This include is not possible. This include is possible only in the base file. What is the base file? Application.properties or what? YML. Okay, guys. Now let's see. Go to this place, application.properties, right? Here you comment them, guys. Also comment them, guys. Okay. Here, active profile is staging only. Okay. Include the profile or child profile. Include the profile or what? Child profile. Tell me. Spring dot profiles dot include. I'm mentioning what, guys? Dev. Yeah, tell me what happened. It actually looks in this file, not there. But what is the child profile I included? Dev. It goes to dev profile and makes that content as what? Fallback profile content or not, guys? Makes that content as what? Fallback profile content or not, guys? Come on, everyone. Super, guys. right click, come on, run as Java application. Enter name, Rajesh. What is their clerk? What is their 90,000? Department 10. Okay. Designation clerk. Next manager. Next salesman. Output came here na boss? Came. Come to this place. Come to this place. I want reply. Devukama staging is working over here or not? Okay, first staging is there, but we have included dev there na? Okay, this is called child profile concept. What concept, guys? Yeah, both are interlinked, guys. When profile specific property file is not found, it looks to take application.properties or YML as application.properties or what? YML as, okay, default fallback profile. What is that? Default fallback profile. Are you getting my point there, guys? But whatever information you are keeping there, it is already matching with already available profile file. So don't do one thing, don't write the keys. Okay, you make that profile information as what? Child profile. You make that profile information as what, guys? Child profile. That is called profile include our child profile. Okay, na boss? Yes. Mahesh, can you concentrate? You have a great eyes. You are scanning my eyes from your video, na? Great, boss. Okay. Can you put the same same concentration over on the subject? Yeah. I think you understood the both are interlinked. Okay. Now listen carefully. What is the meaning of at the rate profile default? Fallback profile, child profile, default profile. Or when I say default profile, I am not mentioning any active profile. I am not mentioning any active profile. But then also, one setup should be ready to execute or not, guys. In properties file, I am not activating any profile, guys. When wrong profiles are activated, fallback profile or child profile comes into picture. When no active profile is there, whatever setup you are taking as active profile, sorry, default profile, that should come into picture or not, guys. Okay, nothing is there. For Spring Beans and at the rate bean methods, you can take it as what? At the rate profile default. What is there? At the rate profile default. Are you getting my point there, guys? You can happily take at the rate profile default. Comfortable, my dear? Come on, everyone. Okay, let's see. Anyhow, when no active profile is there, it looks to use application.property file content as default information. And when it comes to Spring Beans that are configured with the stereotype annotation or at the rate bean method, looks to take what, guys? At the rate profile default. Okay. See, when no active profile is specified, when I run the application, I want to see MySQL database related stuff is executing by default. Though I don't mention any active profile. Though I don't mention any active profile. Are you getting my point there, guys? Application dot properties. What dot properties, guys? Application dot properties. Yes, here is my what, guys? Spring dot profiles dot active. I am not activating anything, guys. Done. Okay, na? No active profile at all. That's great. Okay, I want to work with MySQL as the default one. So here I am also making this one as what? Default. When no active profile is there, when it comes to property file, application.property. When it comes to Spring Bean, @profile default one will be taken as default profile Spring Beans, right? Okay, now run this. Okay, this application is having any active profiles, guys? No. Right click, run as Java application. See, guys, still MySQL is executing. And what is the default profile that is working? Dev. Why dev? Because it is included. Because it is included. Suppose I have not kept that include also, but I activated things manually. I kept the keys and values manually in application.properties. Stop the application. Okay, now when I run the application, what happens, guys? Right click, run as, what is there? Java application. Right click, run as, what is there? Java application. What is name, guys? Rajesh. What is designation, guys? Clerk. What is salary, my dear? 89,000. What is department? 10. What is their clerk? What is their manager? What is their salesman? Enter key. So now tell me, this is running with the default profile or not, guys? It is running with the default profile or not, guys? Default profile. Falling back to default profile, default. Okay, now confusion is not there. Fallback profile. When no matching active profile is there, it looks to take application.property file content as what? Fallback profile. Fallback means not there, this one. Suppose while taking fallback profile, the information is same as one or other existing profile, guys. Instead of writing same keys and values in application.properties, existing profile name, you can make it as child profile or not, guys. Existing profile, you can make it as what? Child profile. Next one. You decided not to activate any profile. Still, application should run with some profile. Some default setup, guys. Default profile. Okay, for Spring Beans that are configured with the stereotype annotation and @bean method, @profile default. And when it comes to properties file, application.property file content will be taken as default profile. I think now no confusion between fallback profile, child profile, and default profile. Is there any confusion about that, guys? Is there any confusion about that, guys? No. Yeah. If no active profile is specified, then all beans of default profile will be instantiated and used. It's recommended to have complete setup of all Spring Bean to execute in what? Default profile. Or there may be chance people don't mention any profile. Then also my project should execute smoothly and neatly or not, guys. That means when no active profile is specified or no child profile is specified. Active profile and child profile is specified. If no active profile is specified, then Spring Beans not having @profile and having @profile default will be instantiated automatically, and info will be collected only from what? Application.properties or YML file. We can make certain bean working for specific profile and also for default profile as shown below. We have to write @default or not, guys. Profile default. To make application running without active profile, we just need to comment what? Active profile key boss. Default is not profile name. It is the environment. What is there? It is the environment or setup of Spring or Springboard that executes when no active profiles are specified. That executes when no active profiles are specified. What profiles, guys? No active profiles are specified. Okay. And final question, guys. What is the difference between fallback profile, default profile, child profile? Fallback profile. The profile that executes when requested active profile is not available. If profile spring dot profiles dot active key specified with wrong or unavailable profile name. Wrong or unavailable profile name. Are you getting my point there, guys? Come on, everyone. Default profile, guys. The profile that executes when there is no active profile in application dot proper. If spring dot profiles dot active key is what? Commented. What key is commented? Active key is commented. That's great. Child profile are what? Profile include. Child profile are what? Profile include. Are you understanding my statement, guys? Come on, everyone. Give me 1 minute. I have to guide my team. Yes. Specific profile in property file indirectly. What is child profile or profile include? The profile that is included in application.properties by specifying what? Profile name to reuse the keys and values of specific profile in application.properties indirectly as what? Fallback profile. Fallback profile, but I don't want to write the keys and value. I want to use one of the existing profile keys in what? Application.property. One of the existing profile becomes main profile and application.properties become what? Child profile or not, guys? Okay. If spring dot profiles dot include is used in application dot properties or what? YML file. I think no confusion about it. Once again, check it out. Fallback profile. You mentioned wrong profile name, unavailable profile name, then application dot property file content will be taken as fallback profile. But whatever content you are mentioning application dot property, somehow you felt it is already there, one of the existing profile. Instead of writing same keys and values here, you decided to include that profile to application dot properties by making application dot property as child profile to already available profile. That time you go for profiles include our child profile na boss. When you these two things work when you mention wrong profile name. Suppose if you mention you have not taken any active profile, no active profile. The Spring Beans, the application.property file content that executes belongs to what? Default profile. How to make Spring Beans work? Rate bean methods on the top of what? At the rate bean method and on the top of what? Stereotype annotation classes. You should write at the rate profile default or not, guys. You should write at the rate profile default or not, guys. Super, guys. Tell me next one. Can we keep multiple Spring Beans of same category of type having common superclass implementing interface in default profile? No, not possible, because MySQL DAO, Oracle DAO, both I kept in default profile. What happened? Both will be instantiated when no active profile is there. You will get ambiguity problem or not, guys? No, not possible. Conflicts or ambiguity problems may rise or not, guys? Conflicts or ambiguity problems may rise or not? That's quite a guessable thing, guys. Come on. Conflicts or ambiguity problem may arise. Okay, come here. Is there any active profile now? Is there any child profile now? Not there. Okay. I gone to MySQL DAO. Default is there. I have gone to Oracle DAO. This also I am keeping in default profile. This also I am keeping in what? Default profile. That's great. Right click, run as Java application. Okay. Again, ambiguity problem has come or not, guys? So it is not possible. Yeah. What is the difference between not adding at the rate profile for Spring Bean and adding at the rate profile default for Spring Bean? I think you are understanding. Service and controller classes. Did I add at the rate profile? No. But for one of the DAO, I have written at the rate profile default now, boss. Okay. He is asking what is the difference between both. Can you guess, guys? Okay. Now listen. You keep active profile, you don't keep active profile. The Spring Beans belonging to no profile will always be instantiated. You look at controller class and service class. Did I write any profile at the rate profile on the top of them? Did I write any at the rate profile on the top of them? Payroll operations controller. Did I write any at the rate profile on the top of them, guys? No. Did I write any at the rate profile on the top of the service class, guys? Did I write any at the rate profile on the top of the service class, my dear? Did I put like that? Did I ever put like that? Come on. Did I put any details like this, guys? Come on, everyone. Employee management service IMPL. Okay, now listen. When you keep active profile, no active profile. The beans without profile annotation will always be instantiated. They're common every time. Okay, when you go for at the rate profile default, only when active profile is not there, then will be instantiated. If active profile is there, they will never be instantiated. Only that profile specific beans will be instantiated. I hope you are understanding. Okay, now listen. You look at family members. Okay. Is there any need of giving invitation to family member to attend their own function? Hey, brother, you should come and attend our function. Is there any sense of it? There's no need of any marking, right? Some close family members will be there. Okay. Close family members will be there. Good or bad. Okay. Good or bad. You invite them, you don't invite them. They come or not, guys. But we inform them. But family members, no invitation, they come. But close family members are there. Okay. You just pass the information. Whether you invited or not, that really does not matter. When that event is there, they will come or not, guys. Are you getting my point? So profile default is like when you inform, then only it will work. Family members, it's their one. They need to come every time. They need to do it, right? Okay. So when you take Spring Beans without profile, you activate profile, you don't keep active profile, you keep child profile, you do keep any other profile. They will always be instantiated. But default profile means what? When there is no active profile, then only they will be instantiated. Okay, let's see that. What is the difference between not adding at the rate profile annotation for Spring Bean and adding, okay, profile default for the Spring Bean? If at the rate profile is not added for Spring Bean, that will work for what? All profiles when profile is what? Activated. It will even work in what? No profile is activated. And also for what? Child profile that is activated. Service controller classes, generally we don't keep any @profile so that they are always ready for all situations or not, guys. @profile default based Spring Bean will work only when active profiles are not specified. If spring.profiles.include spring.profiles.active keys in application.property file is what? Missed. Is commented. Is commented. So here is my conclusion on profiles, guys. In real projects, we keep data source classes, DAO classes in specific profile or in what? Default profile scope, because persistence logic changes database software to database, because SQL queries are database software independent, right? Database software dependent. So that's why we take them with respect to what, guys? We take them with respect to specific profiles. In real projects, we keep data source classes, DAO classes in specific profile or in what? Default profile, because persistence logic changes database software to database software, because SQL queries are database software dependent queries. What queries, guys? Dependent queries. In real projects, we don't keep controller service classes in any profile because they are common for all profiles and independent of any database software. This is the conclusion, my dear. Already data source type you are writing in profile specific property file. DAO class also we made few things for MySQL. MySQL for what is that? Dev and test profile. Oracle DAO class for UAT and prod profile. Okay. But when it comes to control and service classes, did we add any @profile annotation? So @profile is not there mean they are ready to execute anytime or not. You mention active profile, you don't mention active profile. You mention child profile, you don't mention child profile, definitely they will be executed or not, guys. So a real project will work with profiles a lot. Profiles is most important discussion of what? Real-time executions. Convinced, my dear? Come on, everyone. So, so if you summarize total profiles discussion, project will go through 4 stages. Generally, it happens on 4 missions or 4 virtual missions. One project should execute in 4 environment. But at the time of development only, we keep all the setup ready, but we try to activate one setup at a time. That setup is also called environment. Environment is also called profiles. Project is once, environments are 4. Not fixed 4, guys. Generally, popularly 4. Okay, pre-production, one more profile you can create. That is also called staging, one more profile you can create. So you can take any number of profiles you want according to your comfort. Okay, guys. Popular profiles are for dev, test, UAT, production. Production. See, generally we take 4 copies of same project on 4 different machines or 4 different virtual machines. There is no question of in one project changing the profile. But right now I cannot create that setup now. I have taken one project, 4 profile, trying to activate one profile at a time. Okay, trying to activate. Okay, so what we should do in one project, everything will be there, but we need to activate that profile related software, Spring Beans and auto configuration inputs. Okay, separately according to the setup you have chosen, profile you have chosen. How do you do that work? For auto configuration inputs, for every profile, separate property file or YML file you have to take. Or in a single YML file, subsections you have to take. After seeing practical, try to visualize everything. Next, when it comes to Spring Beans, guys, when it comes to Spring Beans, on the top of the Spring Bean class, that is configured with stereotype annotation, at the rate profile you have to place. On the top of the at the rate bean method, come on, at the on the top of the at the rate bean method, you have to place at the rate profile. You need to place what? At the rate profile. Is that clear, my dear? Come on, everyone. You definitely need to place what? At the rate profile. Okay, that is what? Profile specific information I am talking about. That is what? Profile specific information I am. Okay, how to activate profile? In property file or YML file, spring.profile.active. That's the best. Through system property also you can do. Through Spring application class also I can do. Both are bad practices because there is no guarantee system properties will be there for web application after deployment, right? When there is no command prompt, how you pass system properties, right? When there is no Eclipse ID in the web application execution, how you pass system properties? Why Spring application class approach is bad, guys? Spring application class approach is bad because, okay, we have to hard code the profile name. That's very bad. So industry practice is what? Application.properties or YML. What is the additional advantage with YML? By taking single YML file, we can create multiple profile definition. We can also activate specific profile. We can also activate a specific profile. Are you convinced, my dear? Come on, everyone. Okay. Then lastly, we discussed about what? Default fallback profile, child profile, default profile. When wrong profile is specified, unavailable profile is specified, it looks to take content from what? Application.property file. The content of application.property file will call fallback profile content. If you feel this content is same as already one of the existing profile, so you can include that in application.properties by using spring.profiles.include key. That time application.profile will become what? Child profile. What profile? Child profile for specific profile. Child profile for specific profile. Are you getting my point there or not there, guys? Yeah. Next one. Next one is what? Default profile. When no active profile is there, okay, application.property file content is default one for auto configuration inputs. But having the Spring Beans that are having at the rate profile default, at the rate profile default will be taken as what? Default profile content. What content, guys? Default profile content. Are you comfortable, my dear? I want reply from you people. That's great. Okay, guys. Then we discussed how it will be used in real time. Controller service classes, not specific to any database, not specific to any profile. That's why we take them as without any profile, so that they are always instantiated and executed. DAO data sources, they are specific to each database. When you are switching from one database to another database, only one set should execute at a time. For that purpose, we have to take the support of what? Specific profile related this one. We need to place them in specific profile. We need to place them in what? Specific profile, right? Can we upload the notes? In that process, can I give five 5:30 p.m. guys? What is this? Spring Boot core, guys. One last topic is left in Spring Boot core, that is runners. Runners in Spring Boot. After that, will be getting into Spring Data JPA, where we do persistence logic. Serious application development takes place. Yeah, where